And before we move forward with the session today, we'd like to announce and congratulate the participants from the quiz session from day 8. We'd like to congratulate Hari Prasad Prabhu, Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu, and Barshana Chitra Mataji, and Mitanjali Pradhan Mataji. Thank you so much for participating in the quiz session from session 8.
So today we'll continue discussing how Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu starts his Vraja Parikrama, how he visits the 4 Mahadevs in Mathura, the mesmerizing talks of Suka and Sari, the parrots, Mahaprabhu, how he unveils Sri Radha Kunda, and what mystical arrangement did Sri Gopalji make to see Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu? And the very important question, should we step on Govardhan Hill? So, as we had discussed last time, along with Sri Balabhadra Bhattacharya and the Brahmana disciple of Srila Madhavendra Puri, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu started his Sri Vraja Parikrama of the 84 kroshas of Vraja. He started in Mathura, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bathed in the 24 ghats along the banks of the Yamuna. And the Brahmana actually showed him all of the places of pilgrimage in Mathura, which includes the darshan of the 4 Mahadevs who are protecting Mathura Dham, who are the Kshetrapals.
So the 4 Mahadevs who are protecting Mathura Dham is the first Mahadev in the east, whom we take darshan near Vishram Ghat, is Pipaleshwar Mahadev, who is towards the east of the temple, east of Mathura, and it is said that for a fruitful, Mahaprabhu actually took permission from Pipaleshwar Mahadev in the beginning for a fruitful yatra to complete the Vraja Mandala. And then from there, Mahaprabhu came and visited Sri Rangeshwar Mahadev. Rangeshwar Mahadev it is said that Kamsa would worship the Shivalinga. So you can see that the Shivalinga also has nice mustache, very sweet. So Rangeshwar Mahadev is protecting Mathura from the south. Then Mahaprabhu visited Sri Bhuteshwar Mahadev, who is said to be in the east. And this Mahadev, especially Bhuteshwar Mahadev, is said that the blessings that we seek from this particular Mahadev is the blessing to properly approach the Dham in the proper mood of loving devotional service, of seva. So Bhuteshwar Mahadev is in the west of Mathura. And finally, in the north of Mathura is Sri Gokarneshwar Mahadev, protecting Mathura in the northern direction. And Lord Shiva here is called as Gokarna Mahadev because Gokarna, who is the famous reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam, worshipped Sri Mahadev here, and therefore Lord Mahadev took on the name of this great devotee and called himself as Gokarneshwar Mahadev. So taking blessings from all these 4 Mahadevs, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with his 2 associates, then visited the different forests, starting with Madhuvan. So Mahaprabhu first visited Madhuvan. Then from Madhuvan, which is the forest of Dhruva Maharaj, where Dhruva Maharaj performed tapasya, is Madhuvan. Then Mahaprabhu proceeded to see Talavan. Talavan is where we all know how Krishna had killed, in fact, Lord Balaram had killed Dhenukasura and all the associates of Dhenukasura. And from Talavan, Mahaprabhu he proceeded to Kumudvan, which is the 3rd forest out of the 12 forests of Sri Vrajadham. And then from Kumudvan, Mahaprabhu came to Bahulavan. So Bahulavan, we all know, Kumudvan is of course very famous for the beautiful lotuses that spring up here in the worship, the gopis and Srimati Radharani would come here and perform many pastimes. And in Bahulavan, the most famous pastime of Krishna saving the cow Bahula and its little calf took place here. So in Bahulavan, a very, very special pastime took place.
So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he passed through these different forests, there were herds of grazing cows who saw him pass. And immediately surrounding him, they began to moo very loudly. In fact, seeing all the herds of cows approaching him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was stunned with ecstatic love. And the cows, they began to lick his body out of great affection. So here we can see in the photo how the calves and the cows, understanding this is none other than our beloved Sri Krishna, started licking the body of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And when Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu was wandering the forest of Sri Bahulavan, he became completely absorbed in separation from Krishna. Sriman Mahaprabhu, there he saw a female parrot and a male parrot, Suka and Sari, sitting opposite to each other on two branches of a tree, and they were lovingly quarreling about the glories of the divine couple, Sri Radha and Krishna. And so Suka said to Sari, "My Krishna is Madan Mohana, the enchanter of the Cupid's mind."
And Sari responded, "Oh, yes, yes, of course. Your Krishna is definitely Madan Mohana, as long as Srimati Radharani is on his left side. If he is alone, he is only Madana. But my Sri Radha, she is Madana Mohana Mohini. She enchants the mind of your Madana also."
Oh, is that so? My Krishna, he lifted Giriraj on his finger.
You know why? You know how? Because my Radha transmitted power unto him. Otherwise, how could your Krishna lift such a big hill? Not possible.
Well, my Krishna is the life of the whole universe.
And my Radha is the life of that very life, you know?
My Krishna's head is beautifully decorated with a peacock feather.
Only because you know why? Because my Radha's name is marked on that peacock feather. See, like this. The way Radha is written on the peacock feather, that is why your Krishna puts it on his head, you know.
Yeah. But the peacock feather on my Krishna's head leans to the left.
But that also, you know why? Because the peacock feather of your Krishna wants to fall down at my Radha's lotus feet. That is why.
Yeah, right. My Krishna is the moon.
And my Radha is the truck that captures that moon, and thus she captures even your Krishna.
Okay, there is no need to quarrel uselessly. Let's just glorify the youthful couple together.
Oh, yes. I've always agreed to this. You are the only one who keeps fighting about this. I very happily agree to just glorify the most beautiful, the most stunning, the most attractive Sri Radha and Krishna.
So this was the loving quarrel between the two parrots, Suka and Sari. And after hearing the parrots lovingly quarrel, Sriman Mahaprabhu, he felt ecstatic and he watched the dance of the peacocks. Seeing their bluish necks, he remembered Krishna, who expertly danced like a peacock to please Sri Radha. And Mahaprabhu became so overwhelmed in ecstatic love that he fainted and fell down on the earth. And so then Balabhadra Bhattacharya, he lovingly put the Lord's head on his lap and he gently started whispering the name Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hearing these divine names, Mahaprabhu came back to consciousness slowly, and he continued his parampara of Shri, or his parikrama of Shri Vraja.
After this, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he arrived into the fifth forest of Vraja, which is Sri Vrindavan. And here Mahaprabhu came to this particular village called as Arishtagram. And here we know Mahaprabhu, as soon as he entered this village, he knew that this is the village where Krishna had fought the demon Arishtasura, the huge bull demon. And then here was the place that Krishna had finally killed Arishtasura 5,000 years ago. And this episode had actually led to the manifestation of Shama Kunda and Radha Kunda. So Mahaprabhu, he started asking all the villagers, where is Radha Kund? Where is Shama Kund in Arishtagram? Mahaprabhu started asking, where are those two, most divine ponds? Where are they? Where is Shama Kund? Where is Radha Kund? And nobody seemed to know. So the local residents, they just could not help Gauranga Mahaprabhu locate Shama Kund and Radha Kund. But being the abode of divine knowledge, being Sri Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mahaprabhu, he found two paddy fields which were called as Kali Badi. Kali Badi means black field, and Gori Badi. These two fields, they were rice paddy fields. So the local people, they used to call the little dark one as Kali Badi and Gori Badi, the white one. So this was what they used to call them, Kali Badi and Gori Badi, and whose waters had reduced actually very, very small, like you can see here in the picture. Mahaprabhu, he just cleared out the paddy field a little bit, and he just went inside the Radha Kund, and he entered into them and he bathed while offering prayers. So Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu actually revealed to all of us that this is Sri Radha Kund and Shama Kund. And when Mahaprabhu took his bath in the waters of Radha Kunda, Mahaprabhu recited this beautiful mantra which is found in the Padma Purana.
Yatha Radha Priya Vishnu,
Yatha Radha Priya Vishnu,
Tasya Kundam Priyam Tatha,
Tasyam Kundam Priyam Tatha,
Sarva Gopishu Sarsaivaika,
Sarva Gopishu Saivaika,
Vishnu Ratyanta Vallabha,
Vishnu Ratyanta Vallabha. Which means that just like Srimati Radharani is so dear to Krishna, similarly her Kunda is also most dear to Krishna. And Krishna, he comes here to sport in the waters of Sri Sri Radha Kunda.
So there, Lord Krishna had performed water sports and the Rasa dance with Srimati Radharani and other gopis.
So here we can see this beautiful picture where when Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu is offering the water into Radha Kund by saying this mantra, he could actually see the reflection of Srimati Radharani. So such a pretty picture of Mahaprabhu, watering Radha Kund and worshipping Radha Kund. So this way, Mahaprabhu, when he was here in Radha Kund, Mahaprabhu could envision all the actual divinity of Radha Kund, that how Radha Kund is actually surrounded by the groves of the Ashtasakhis. Shama Kund is surrounded by the groves of the Ashtasakhas, the 8 principal Gopas. And Mahaprabhu, if you look into this picture, all of you can see that how Mahaprabhu actually was envisioning the water pastimes that would unfold in Radha Kund. Mahaprabhu standing on the shores of Radha Kund, and he can actually see Krishna, Srimati Radharani and the gopis enjoying water sports. So these beautiful pastimes that would happen in the waters of Radha Kund. And then when after enjoying beautiful water pastimes, what would Srimati Radharani do when they would come out of the water? Srimati Radharani would actually make nice fruit offerings, nice beautiful beverages she would make for Krishna and she would offer. So we can see here in this picture also where how Gauranga Mahaprabhu is actually witnessing all of these leelas enfolding right in front of his eyes. So because of Mahaprabhu's mercy, we can also try to see these beautiful pastimes happening on the banks of Sri Radha Kund. So overwhelmed by ecstatic love, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he danced on the banks of Sri Radha Kund and he drew tilaka marks on his body with the Radha Kund clay. And he actually told Balabhadra Bhattacharya, take some clay with us, and Balabhadra Bhattacharya packed some so that Mahaprabhu could, some days he could wear Radha Kund tilak also.
So then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he proceeded to the Govardhan hill, Govardhan Parikrama Path. Sri Giriraj Govardhan ki Jai. And then when he saw the Govardhan hill, he was just overwhelmed with joy, and he offered obeisances by falling to the ground like a rod. He embraced a Govardhan rock, Govardhan Shila, and he became mad with ecstatic love, as we can see in the picture here, how lovingly he's embracing and bathing, doing abhishek to this Giriraj Shila with his tears. Now, on top of the Govardhan hill in a temple resided Sri Gopal. Sri Gopal Ji, the beautiful deity of cowherd boy Krishna, who was discovered by Srila Madhavendra Puri, the grand spiritual master of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So during the night, now this is the same Sri Gopal Ji who is today in Nathdwara as Sri Nathji. But when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited, he was still on top of the Govardhan hill. And during the night, Lord Chaitanya, he was wondering, how can I see Sri Gopal Rai without climbing Govardhan hill? Govardhan hill is too sacred to put my foot on. Mm-hmm. So Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he wanted to set an example that as devotees of the Lord, we must not climb the Govardhan hill. So as followers of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu in the Gauriya Sampradaya, we do not climb or step on the Govardhan hill. Sri Gopal Rai, the deity on top of Govardhan hill, Sri Nathji, he understood Mahaprabhu's desire of not climbing the hill, but his intense desire to see Sri Gopal was reciprocated very lovingly. Because even Sri Gopalji was very eager to meet Lord Gauranga. So, what did Sri Gopalji do? He mystically arranged for a rumor to be spread among the villagers that some Turkish soldiers were coming to destroy their temples. And so the villagers, they rushed to protect all the deities and moved Gopal Rai deity to a nearby village called Gantholi Gram. And so now Sri Gopal Rai had come from top of Govardhan Hill to the foothills, to a village in the foothills of Govardhan Hill. And next day, Lord Chaitanya, he took bath in Govindakund, which is right next to Sri Govardhan. And he heard this mystical incident that Gopal has come down from Govardhan Hill. Hearing this, Mahaprabhu ran towards the Gantholi Gram, where Sri Gopalji was temporarily residing.
So this Gantholi Gram has a very special significance that Sri Radha and Krishna, 5,000 years ago, they would actually come here, and the gopis, they would arrange for beautiful swing pastimes for the divine couple here. So once while Sri Sri Radha and Govinda, they were on the swing, the Sakhis, the Ashtasakhis, they took the end of Govinda Dev's chadar and Sri Radhika's dupatta's end and tied a knot. They tied a knot, like it's called like a gant. In Hindi, a knot is called as gant. So therefore, because Sri Sri Radha and Krishna were tied in a loving knot here in this village, the village got the name Gantholi, because the loving knot was tied here between Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, where they were tied in this loving knot. So our prayer here in this beautiful Gantholi village is,
O Lalita, O Vishakha, just as you tied a gant, a knot, making Sri Sri Radha Krishna bound to each other, we beg you to also tie us up to the service of the lotus feet of our spiritual masters, so that we can please the divine couple, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna.
Haribo.
And so here in this village of Gantholi, Mahaprabhu had the divine darshan of Sri Gopalji. Shriman Mahaprabhu was so overwhelmed by ecstatic love that he chanted and danced ceremoniously, continuously for 3 days and 3 nights.
Haribo.
On the 4th day, Sri Gopal Rai returned to his own temple. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being very grateful for the darshan of Sri Gopal Rai, continued with the Govardhan Parikrama. And he would get so rapturous with love for Krishna just at the sight of Govardhan.
Haribo. So while dancing, when Mahaprabhu would see Sri Govardhan, Mahaprabhu recited a very beautiful verse from the section of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is known as the Venu Gita, which is the flute song, the song of the flute.
Antaya Madrira Bala Haridasa Varyo Yad Rama Krishna Chara Parasa Pramoda Yad Rama Krishna Charana Manam Tanoti Sahardo Ganayo Tayoya Paniya Suya Sankandara Kandamula.
This beautiful verse means that of all the devotees, this Govardhan hill is the best. My dear friends, this hill supplies Krishna and Balaram along with their calves and cows and cowherd friends with all kinds of necessities, water for drinking, very soft grass, caves, fruits, flowers and vegetables. In this way, the hill respects the Lord. Being touched by the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram, Govardhan hill always appears jubilantly ecstatic. So therefore he is famous. One of the other names of Sri Giriraj is also Haridasa Varya, that he is the topmost. Varya means the topmost. Hari is Supreme Lord, and Dasya means the topmost servitor of Sri Krishna is Sri Giriraj. Jai Sri Giriraj Govardhan Lal Ki Jai.
So here, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who displayed deep transcendental emotions, and his profuse tears fell on Govardhan as if it was an abhishek, bathing of the Lord. So this theme of this year's Kartik sessions is how Gauri has revealed Sri Vraja Dham. In our subsequent sessions, we will see how Lord Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he laid the foundation of this. We will go to the beautiful places in Sri Vraja Dham that Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu unveiled. We'll go along with Mahaprabhu to Nandagaon, to a very special place where Mahaprabhu fulfills the promise that Krishna gave to Sri Radha. All of this and much more will be discussed in the coming sessions, so stay tuned.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you all so much. We will now sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in glorification of how Mahaprabhu, how Gopalji, had loving darshan of Mahaprabhu, and how Mahaprabhu, because of his intense desire, how he pulled Gopalji down from the hill, and Gopalji came to Gantholi Gram to give his audience to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So, celebrating the ecstasy of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we'll sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Vishnu Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavani Pachatya Vishutani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Shri Vraja Dham ki
Jai. Shri Gopal Ji ki
jai.
jai.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. So we will be having these sessions continuously from today onwards, even tomorrow. And tomorrow's session is going to be a very special session. It is entitled Krishna's Promise to Sri Radha, and which was fulfilled by Gauranga Mahaprabhu. What was that promise that Krishna made to Srimati Radharani, which was fulfilled by Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and how Mahaprabhu completed his Churasi course Brajamandal Parikrama? So we will be covering that tomorrow. So please do join us. Before we open up the lines, here are the quiz questions for today.
First, name 4 Mahadevs temples that reside in Mathura.
Second, who was killed by Lord Balaram in Palavan?
Third, name the 2 personalities who had conversation about Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna in Bahulavan.
Fourth, name the 5th forest among 12 main forests which was visited by Gauranga Mahaprabhu.
Fifth, who installed Sri Gopalji deity in the top of the Govardhan hill?
Number 6, explain the reason behind the Gantholi village. Why, how was it named? Thank you so much, Hari Prasad Prabhu, for these fantastic quiz questions.
So let us open the lines for any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Guru Maharaj and all glories to Prabhupada. What a nice, beautiful narration of Mahaprabhu visiting Vrindavan. And thank you for giving darshan of all 4 Kshetrapals of Mathura, and also that dialogue between Suka and Sari, I think. That was beautiful. That was really, really good. And also thanks for giving darshan of Gopal. So is it still true that nobody steps on Govardhan Hill even now?
Well, the Brajbasis, they step on Govardhan hill, they take the cows, but as followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we don't step on Sri Govardhan hill. So even the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan followed that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not step, so they also never stepped on Sri Giriraj. But there are many Brajbasis who go there, devotees from other sampradayas who go on top of Govardhan hill. But there is no temple of there is no deity of Sri Gopal on top of Govardhan.
But there are many other temples.
Right.
So there are many temples that are there on Giriraj, which the Brajbasis, in fact, Prabhu's uncle, who is, in Vrindavan, in Govardhan, he used to tell us stories that how they, as children, they would just go from one side of Govardhan to the other, like how we go Parikrama, they would do Parikrama on top, like this, top and bottom. They would cross Govardhan hill like this, So they were, so many stories they would share with us. he would share with us. So in that sense, even the Shad Goswamis, they never went on top. And even Gopalji, to give darshan to Rupa and Sanatan and the 6 Goswamis, he came down for them also. Because even then, that time, the deities were not yet moved, because the Mughals had not yet attacked. So Srinathji, Gopalji was still in Vrindavan. So even for the Goswamis, the 6 Goswamis, Gopalji actually came down. And the second time he came down, he actually went to Mathura, to another Brahmana's house. And there he stayed for some time so that Rupa Sanatan and the other Goswamis of Vrindavan, they could take darshan of Gopalji and serve Gopalji for some time. And then again, Gopalji went back to top of the hill. And then after a few years, then when the Mughals attacked, then all the deities left. And that's when Gopalji also left at that time. So...
Yeah, because, in the pictures you show like there are cows and calves on the top of the hill. I'm sure people are Gopals, whatever, they have to go and get them back or graze them. So they do step on the hill, right?
Yes.
There are many monkeys who are there. So
Brajbasis, they are perfectly okay to go.
Right. But not as devotees, Gaudiya Vaishnavas or devotees don't want to step on the hill. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. And this conversation between Suka and Sari can be found in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's directly actually taken from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in the Madhya Leela, where Mahaprabhu, heard this the two parrots, Suka and Sari. It's directly from Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yes, that is very interesting. Nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji. All glories to Sri Prabhupada and Gurudev. Happy to see you both again. How was your health, Prabhuji? You coughed in between. You're okay?
Yeah, there's something in the throat, but otherwise everything is good. Thank you.
You're okay, right? Both of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you had a both good journey return back, because I'm able to see all our favorite pictures at the backside with Mahaprabhu. So we recognize that you're back home. Houston. Thank you so much for a wonderful session. It's very nectar, as Prabhuji told. All the, whatever you described, right? We feel like we were also noticing that even though you give a glimpse of a Sari and Suka, like in previous we had a full conversation, right? You both enacted like Suka and Shari, and now also we feel the same. Thank you for that. Prabhuji and Mataji, I have one question. So regarding Radha Kund, so when we go there, right, we received an instruction like we should not step into Radha Kund because we are not qualified to enter into that. Can you please explain? In a nutshell, so why we should not? And because I'm able to see the devotees who senior Vaishnavas who traveled along with us, and they were taking snana in that Radha Kund and Shyama Kund, and they are advising some people also. But we received the instruction that we are not qualified to step in. So please say something about how to understand that, Prabhuji and Mataji.
Well, see, the main thing is that because Sri Radha Kund is actually said to be the liquid form of Srimati Radharani. The waters of Radha Kund are non-different from Srimati Radharani. They are melted. It is a melted form of Srimati Radharani's body. So in that sense, it is not advised for us to frolic. This is the word that is used, that we must not frolic in her waters that we would in any other kunda, any other water body, like we go and swim or we, splatter water at each other. We should not be doing all of that. But the way Gauranga Mahaprabhu actually, by his own personal example, he taught us how to take bath in Radha Kund. He taught us that before we enter into the water, we must offer obeisances on the banks. And then first, before we put our feet in, we must take the waters of Radha Kund and sprinkle on our heads. And then just begging for permission, we just enter into Radha Kund and stand just waist deep. And then immediately take, say the mantra, Yatha Radha Priya Vishnu's mantra. We offer that 3 times and then take 3 dips. Then we immediately get out from Radha Kund. We go to Shama Kund. We do the same thing there and take 3 dips in Shama Kund. Then we come back again to Radha Kund, and then we again do the same process, of taking dip 3 times and going like that. So this was how Gauranga Mahaprabhu taught us how to take bath in the waters of Radha Kund and Sham Kund. It's mainly because we should not be frolicking in her waters.
So even Srila Prabhupada in Nectar of Instruction in Upadeshamrita in the purport, for the final verse, there are 11 verses in Upadeshamrita, and in the 11th verse in the purport he says, one should bathe in Radha Kund regularly and give up all material conceptions, taking shelter of Sri Radha and her assistant gopis. If one is thus constantly engaged during his lifetime, after giving up the body, he will return back to Godhead to serve Sri Radha in the same way as he contemplated during his life on the banks of Radha Kunda. The conclusion is that to live on the banks of the Radha Kunda and to bathe there daily constitute the highest perfection of devotional service.
So, yes, bath, but we must not, like swim or, take it lightly, like do water frolicking over there. We should not be doing that. Because even after Srila Prabhupada in 1977, Srila Prabhupada, he had the desire to do Govardhan Parikrama, but because of his very ill health, he could not. So the devotees, after Srila Prabhupada actually left his body, the devotees, they took Srila Prabhupada's Vigraha, which is now in Mayapur, the small Srila Prabhupada deity, made of Ashtadhatu. And if you see the video of Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, that particular video, if you see, that in the end, devotees are doing Parikrama of Govardhan Hill along with Srila Prabhupada, and actually Srila Jayapataka Maharaj, he's actually taking Srila Prabhupada and dipping him into the waters of Radha Kund, So this is Srila Prabhupada's desire, and this is the instructions that he has given of how to take bath in Radha Kund.
He also says, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes that even great sages and great devotees like Narada and Shanaka do not get an opportunity to come to Radha Kunda to take their baths. What then to speak of ordinary devotees? If by great fortune one gets an opportunity to come to Radha Kunda and bathe even once, he can develop his transcendental love for Krishna, exactly as the gopis did.
So we must, all of this knowledge that the proper thing is to follow in the proper mood of how to take bath in the waters of Radha Kund. That's the main thing.
I do remember you said one time, right, during, if I'm not wrong, Bhaglashtami, Prabhuji Chadar he dipped into the Radha Kund and he was pouring on you, right? Right, Mataji Prabhuji? I do remember. And
in 2019, when we did the Braj Mandal Parikrama, and it took us 8 hours? 8 hours? No, 6 hours. 6 hours we chanted Sri Radha Kripa Kataksha. And tomorrow is Bahulashtami. I think in India today it is Bahulashtami. So wishing everyone a very Ashtami. Today is Sri Radha Kund Appearance Day. So for us it is tomorrow. And so Srimati Radharani, when we were doing for 6 hours, when we were chanting 100 times, 108 times, we chanted the Radha Kripa Kataksha. We were sitting on one of the steps, and so that we are connected to her waters, we had wetted, a towel, and we were connected in that way for those 6 hours. And then after before we started, we took a dip, and with wet clothes only we were reading the Radha Kripa Kataksha. And then after completing our Sankalpa, then we again took bath in Shamkund, Radha Kund. And then, yeah, we did that. It was really...
So what we did, right, we dipped our Japamala in that Radha Kund and Shama Kund, and then you said, right, the Prochanam. We did the Prochanam alone. Other than that, we did nothing. So that master has insisted that way, but very happy in staying there and chanting. It will give him more pleasure. And Prabhuji, you told one time, right? There is a big tortoise is there inside, right? It will pull, right? If we do anything wrong. I was saying to my
many tortoises.
Yeah. And they also advise that one more advice is given by them, like Master gave that we should not take any Govardhan steps, I mean stones from there. If we take, we need to pay that much amount of gold back to them. We have to pay. If the Vrajavasis give means not a problem, but we are not supposed to take like that, right, Prabhuji Mataji? That's right, right? I understand. They gave an instruction: don't take anything from here, just do the parikrama alone. So nice. So we done the parikrama along with you. Thank you so much. I don't know today is Bhaglashtami, but you remember both of you both reminded us. Thank you, Mataji. Wish you happy Bhaglashtami in advance. Tomorrow is right falling on. Yeah, wonderful bhajan, wonderful narration, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranav.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Okay, if there are no more questions, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki
Jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad pranams.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam.
Prabhuji, thank you.
What's that?